impossible to continue. The second hack, you gliding on my Rolex, I'm at a crossroads.
The first time I heard Too Short, man, shout out, man. Take my hat off to the Godfather of the Bay, man. You know what I'm saying? The first time I heard Too Short, I used to hang with the OGs and Michael Washington and C-Dub and Ray Washington, them, you know what I'm saying, Dwight and all them. Too Short was like a superstar, man, back, you know, like in the mid 80s. When he used to come with the 75 girl tapes and shit, not the Dauphine beat yet. The Girl That's Your Life and Short Raps and all that shit. Blowjob Betty and all that shit. The OGs used to come through in their lowriders and they shit. Bumping that Too Short, you know what I'm saying?
Playboy Short, huh?
That Playboy Short and shit. Yeah, Playboy Short and shit. And man, that motherfucker, that nigga was he in his own lane. He on another level. I remember I live right in front of Music Annex. Like we used to jump the gate. We used to break into Music Annex and steal all they tapes and shit. You know what I'm saying? And Too Short used to get his when he first came over Born to Mac, he used to get his shit pressed up over there. And they used to throw, I guess, like the what they call that shit, the malfunction, the rejects. Mm-hmm. He used to throw all the rejects in the trash can. We used to go over there and get the best of the rejects of the Born to Mac and repackage them motherfuckers and sell them bitches. I remember the summer of 1989. I used to go to Alabama every summer. I got little sisters and brothers. Shout out to my little sister Cheryl, Alicia, and Alan out there in Texas. But they used to live in Alabama, Sullivan, Alabama back in the days. I remember the summer of '89, I had a 120-minute tape. On one side, that motherfucker had all Too Short Born to Mac album. And on the other side, that motherfucker had NWA and however much of Easy Does It I could put on there.
Oh, shit.
So I took that shit down there to Alabama. And we we had to sneak down, take the little radio, sneak down in the woods to go listen to that shit. But my older cousin Larry, shout out to my older cousin Larry out there in Alabama, he had a Cutlass with hella slap in that motherfucker. He had like the most beat in that town and shit. So I let that nigga hear that motherfucker, man. We used to ride around bumping that shit. We used to go to went down to the little football game and went down to where they hang out. And they pull up bumping that Too Short Born to Mac. And motherfuckers like, God damn, what is that? And he was like, man, that's that boy Too Short from out of Oakland, that Bay Area, man. Niggas like, man, I need a copy of that, man.
They heard that Freaky Tales.
Oh my God, that Freaky Tales, man, we couldn't get past them two songs.
Man, even Party Time.
Man, Freaky Tales and fucking Dauphine beat niggas, man, rewind that bitch. Bring that hey, my cousin Larry kept rewinding that motherfucker like, boy, that's the hardest shit I ever heard.
And it was like two songs on the album back then, like when you party with the folks back then.
Yeah.
That was the song.
Well, shout out to the nigga Too Short, man, Godfather of the Bay, man. And Too Short is really that nigga, man, because he pioneered this motherfucker, you know. There's a lot of acts that came up out the Bay Area, man, but Too Short put this motherfucker on the map. Too Short used to be on motherfucking, what's that, Home Turf.
Yeah.
Too Short used to be on Home Turf. That's like 84, 85. You feel me? Before any nigga was thinking about rapping. Too Short was on Home Turf, so, man, total respect to Too Short, you know what I'm saying? Because without him, the Bay Area wouldn't be shit. And that's real talk.
True.
Rap
game wouldn't be known without Short.
You can say what the fuck you want, but without Too Short, this shit wouldn't be shit. Yeah. They wouldn't even notice it. New York would have had this shit on lock, and no other region would have even been able to get on.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to the nigga Too Short, man. You know what I'm saying? One of the Mount Rushmores, you know what I'm saying? MCs. I remember, cold story, this real talk. My Uncle Peter Holland, rest in peace, my Uncle Peter Holland, he took me and my bro. NWA was at the Oakland Colisuem. So he took us to East Mall to get a fit for the show that night. He pimped us out that night, bought us fits and bought us tickets. We was doing good in school, so he's like, you know, I'm gonna bless y'all niggas. NWA coming to the motherfucking Oakland Coliseum, and I'm gonna bless y'all niggas. Man, that nigga took us to the East Mall. We went to motherfucking Mr. Z's, bought us a black male fit with the silk turtlenecks. Took us to Foot Locker, brought us the Dauphine Nikes, the Cortez.
Yeah.
I had the burgundy and white. I had the burgundy black male suit with the burgundy silk turtleneck with the motherfucking burgundy and white Cortez Nikes.
88, huh?
Hell yeah, 89. It was 89.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to East Mall. But check this though. We going to Eastmont Mall. We in Foot Locker. We order shoes. You know, my Uncle Pete, he a big stepper in East Palo Alto. You said knockout artist, baller, the whole shit. You know what I'm saying? Triple gold bins and shit. The gold BBSs on that bitch. So we in the mall, we in Foot Locker, we shopping, we buying shoes. I found my burgundy and white Cortez. My brother, I think he had blue and white. So we ordering our shit. All of a sudden, the security came in there, and they start rushing. It was motherfuckers surrounding the Foot Locker. So this motherfucker start bringing down the gate. Come to find out, motherfucking NWA was in the motherfucking Foot Locker. Shout out to motherfucking NWA.
Oh,
Easy, Cube, Dre, Ren, Yella, they all in the motherfucking Foot Locker. They security rushed them in that motherfucker. It was like fans surrounding the Foot Locker. They shut that bitch down. Brought the gate down, that motherfucker. Boom! So we up in that motherfucker. My Uncle Pete like, hey, what the fuck going on? Woo, woo, woo. So he started hollering at Dre and Cube and them niggas. So me and my brother over there, we looking around and Easy, Dre, like I say, NWA in that bitch. Man, them niggas came over there like, what's up, young homie? We was like, what's up? We like starstruck in that bitch.
I would have been too.
So Easy come up, be like, what's up, young homie? Y'all coming to the show tonight? We like, hell yeah, we coming to the show tonight. We just motherfucking fitted. I show him my fit. He like, oh, you gonna kill them bitches tonight. That's the first time I met Easy. It's a cold story because I got an autographed Easy picture in my studio too.
Oh shit.
That was the first time I met Easy. So he like, yeah, man, y'all come to the show tonight, man. That shit gonna be live. We like, man, nigga, we already know. He's like, matter of fact, y'all nigga Too Short opening up.
That was his favorite rapper, huh?
That was his favorite. Easy was on Too Short, like, nigga, y'all nigga Too Short gonna headline and gonna open up tonight. Y'all might not want to miss that. So we like, hell yeah, we gonna be there for sure. So you know, my Uncle Pete, a big swole nigga. So Easy and him get to joking around and get to politicking and shit. So later on that night, so we go home, we get dressed, we go to the show. We stand in line, we got our ticket and shit, we stand in line. The whole motherfucking building is shaking. Like an earthquake in that bitch. Boom! The bass just keep hitting. Boom! We like, God damn, who the fuck is that? Boom! So by the time we get to the door, we get our ticket, we go in there, it's Too Short on motherfucking stage. So we walked in, we paid our ticket, we walked in the little lobby, then we walked out to the where, you know, out to where you go down in the stage and all that shit that you can go down to the floor. They got the seats and shit right there. This is the Oakland Colisuem back then. This motherfucker singing Dope Fiend beat. Bitch, bitch, bitch. Boom, boom. He got the whole motherfucking building shaking. Sound like an earthquake in that bitch. We walk in right when he first starts singing Dope Fiend beat. So we walking down and we gotta walk all the way down to the dance floor with it, you know, to the stage area, and it's packed. You see nothing to the right, you see nothing but San Francisco Giants gear and shit all right here. You look to the left, you see nothing but Oakland A's gear and shit over here. Them all the Oakland niggas, these all the Frisco niggas.
Oh, that was 89.
This is 89.
Yeah.
And then all down the middle, down the like right in front of the right in front of the stage, you had like East Palo Alto area. And we was like right by the stage. Mm-hmm. We had Frisco on one side and Oakland on the other side. And Oakland and Frisco was super thick. And that nigga started singing that motherfucking Dope Fiend beat. That nigga Too Short started singing that Dope Fiend beat. And that's what made me be like, nigga, I want to be like this nigga right here.
Damn, I bet.
That
is the hardest song
rocking.
back then.
That nigga had his shirt off. That nigga had two fat ass donkey ropes on. That nigga had on some tight ass Levi 501s and some motherfucking Capizios. I remember what that nigga had on that night. And that motherfucker had total control of the crowd. Bitch, bitch. Hey, y'all, let me hear y'all see that shit. Bitch, bitch, bitch. Hey, that nigga ripped that shit to shreds that night. Ripped that bitch to... Shout out to the nigga Too Short. He ripped that motherfucker to shreds that night. And the NWA came out, and the first thing Ice Cube said when that nigga hit the stage was, shout out to that nigga Too Short. He came out here and ripped that bitch. Ice Cube gave that nigga his props. So shout out to my nigga Too Short, man. I love you, my nigga, you know what I'm saying? One of my idols, one of my top 10 MCs of all time. The Todd Shaw, the motherfucker Too Short, you know what I'm saying?
That's why the OGs give it up the show. All the OGs,
they got to.
They be like, show's my favorite rapper. And
Too Short is recognized everywhere. Nas recognized Too Short. Oh, yeah. Jay-Z recognized Too Short. Biggie recognized Too Short. Bun B and them, Scarface.
UGK loves Short. Remember when
the
Root said something about
that nigga's
Short?
respected everywhere.
Pimp C was like, hold on.
Another MC from the Bay. A lot of niggas sleep on Spice One.
Oh yeah, he was all in the source.
Nas and Jay-Z and them to reference Spice One a few times on their record. So shout out to that nigga Spice One too. One of my idols too.
Over there you keep, You hang with 4 strikes, the niggas, you the 5th one. The wrong associations in the streets to get your bell run. Birds of a feather usually flock together.